This is the biggest secret coming out: your sister is not your sister. Don't scroll, listen to this, because if you are seeing these words right now, this message is for you, and your heart needs this right now in a way that may feel unsettling at first but will soon feel deeply relieving, like a truth finally exhaling inside you. And before fear tries to take over, I need you to hear this clearly and calmly, because this is not about blood, it is not about betrayal in the way your mind might rush to imagine. It is about spiritual roles, soul alignment, and the quiet awakening that happens when someone close to you no longer matches the frequency you are growing into. So stay with me, don't scroll, listen to this, because the universe did not bring you here by accident. This moment is divinely timed, destiny-driven, and meant to gently open your eyes without breaking your heart. Listen to this. When I say, your sister is not your sister, I am speaking of energy, not identity, of roles, not relationships, of soul contracts that shift when growth begins, and your heart needs this right now because you have been feeling something you couldn't explain, a subtle distance, an emotional heaviness after conversations, a sense that you are editing yourself to keep the peace, and you kept telling yourself it was nothing, that you were overthinking, that loyalty meant staying silent, but don't scroll. Your intuition has been trying to protect you, not divide you. Listen to this. Some people are placed in our lives as spiritual siblings for a season, not a lifetime, and when awakening happens, the season changes quietly, without drama, without announcements, and that is where confusion often begins, because the mind expects explosions when in reality the soul whispers. Your heart needs this right now because you are in the middle of a spiritual awakening, and awakening doesn't just change how you see the world, it changes how you feel around people who once felt like home. Don't scroll. This is not about blame. This is about awareness. As your frequency rises, misalignment becomes uncomfortable, not because anyone is wrong, but because growth creates movement, and not everyone is meant to move with you. Listen to this. You may have noticed subtle signs already, small things that didn't sit right, moments where your joy felt dimmed instead of celebrated, conversations where your expansion was met with silence, comparison, or subtle tension, and your heart tried to excuse it because love was there, history was there, loyalty was there, but don't scroll. Love without alignment can still drain you. This message is for you because you have been torn between honoring connection and honoring truth, and your heart needs this right now because choosing truth does not make you disloyal, it makes you honest with yourself. Listen to this. The universe has been sending signs gently, not to scare you, but to prepare you, angel numbers appearing at specific moments, 1111 when you feel the shift and wonder why things feel different, 22 when you're pulled between staying quiet and setting boundaries, 333 when emotions rise after interactions and you don't know why, 444 when you are being spiritually protected from absorbing energy that is not yours. Don't scroll. These signs are not coincidences. They are confirmations that your awareness is expanding and your soul is recalibrating. Your heart needs this right now because recalibration can feel lonely before it feels peaceful. Listen to this. This realization does not mean you must confront, accuse, or label anyone. Awakening is not loud, it is discerning. And discernment often means stepping back internally even when things look the same on the outside. Don't scroll. You are allowed to outgrow dynamics that once felt safe. You are allowed to need more emotional maturity, more mutual support, more respect for your inner world. Your heart needs this right now because you've been questioning your feelings instead of trusting them, and trust is the foundation of every aligned relationship, soulmate or otherwise. Listen to this. Soulmate themes show up here not as romance, but as resonance, because soulmates are not only lovers, they are those who reflect truth back to us, and sometimes the reflection we receive is that a role has changed, that closeness no longer feels nourishing, that what once uplifted now weighs heavy. Don't scroll. That heaviness is not guilt, it is guidance. This message is for you because you are stepping into a chapter where emotional honesty matters more than appearances, where peace matters more than pleasing, where your inner alignment matters more than keeping things normal. Listen to this. You may feel sadness reading this, and that sadness is valid, because grieving an energetic shift is still grief, even when no one leaves and nothing dramatic happens. Don't scroll. Grief does not always come with endings. Sometimes it comes with clarity. Your heart needs this right now because clarity is what allows you to move forward without resentment. Listen to this. The universe is not asking you to reject anyone, it is asking you to choose yourself quietly, lovingly, firmly, and that choice may look like less sharing, more boundaries, more listening to your body, more honoring what feels heavy versus what feels light. Don't scroll. Lightness is alignment. Your heart needs this right now because alignment always brings peace after the discomfort passes. Listen to this. You are not imagining the change. You are not being dramatic. You are not losing your compassion. You are evolving. And evolution often reveals that some connections were built on who you were, not who you are becoming. Don't scroll. Becoming always feels lonely for a moment, until new alignment arrives. Your heart needs this right now because the universe is clearing space, not taking love away, but making room for relationships that meet you where you are now, not where you once were. Listen to this. If you've been feeling pulled to protect your energy, to step back without explanation, to spend more time alone, that is not withdrawal, that is integration, and integration is the final stage of awakening. Don't scroll. Integration means the lesson has landed. Your heart needs this right now because once a lesson lands, repeating the same emotional patterns becomes uncomfortable instead of familiar. Listen to this. Nothing is wrong with you for feeling this shift. Nothing is wrong with them for being who they are. What's happening is simply truth revealing itself gently, so you don't have to learn it through pain later. Don't scroll. The universe prefers grace when we are willing to listen. Your heart needs this right now because you listened. Listen to this. As this part ends, I want you to hold one thought softly. Not everyone who walks beside you is meant to walk with you forever, and that does not diminish the love that existed, it honors the growth that occurred. Don't scroll. Stay present. There is more clarity coming, more peace unfolding, and what's ahead will make this realization feel less heavy and more freeing, because when alignment arrives, it feels like home. Don't scroll, listen to this, because if you are still here after hearing the first part, this message is for you, and your heart needs this right now at a deeper level, because now we move from realization into understanding, from confusion into clarity, and from emotional heaviness into spiritual strength. So stay with me, breathe slowly, and let these words settle, because this part is about what happens after you finally see the truth your soul has been whispering for a long time. Listen to this. Once awareness arrives, you cannot unsee it. You may try to minimize it, distract yourself from it, or push it aside out of love or habit, but your body, your emotions, and your spirit will no longer cooperate with pretending. That is not punishment. That is growth. Don't scroll. Growth always disrupts comfort before it creates peace. Your heart needs this right now because you've been feeling that disruption quietly. Less desire to share, less excitement to explain yourself, more need for solitude, more sensitivity to words, tones, and energy. Listen to this. These are not random moods. These are signals that your nervous system is recalibrating to a higher level of truth. When someone close to you is no longer aligned with your spirit, your body recognizes it first. Don't scroll. The body never lies to keep you comfortable, it tells the truth to keep you safe. This message is for you because you kept wondering why interactions that once felt normal now feel heavy, why you leave conversations feeling drained instead of uplifted, why your joy feels quieter around certain people. Your heart needs this right now because these feelings are not betrayal, they are boundaries forming internally before they ever show up externally. Listen to this. The universe often changes how you feel before it changes what you do. That is mercy. That is protection. Don't scroll. You are being given time to adjust emotionally so you don't have to learn through conflict later. Listen to this. There is a deep spiritual reason why this awakening is happening now and not earlier. Earlier, you needed closeness to survive. Now, you need clarity to evolve. Some relationships are scaffolding, they support you while you build, but they are not meant to remain once the structure is complete. Don't scroll. Removing scaffolding does not destroy the building. It reveals it. Your heart needs this right now because you are becoming more solid, more self-trusting, more grounded in who you are. Listen to this. You may feel guilt for pulling back emotionally, especially if you were always the understanding one, the peacemaker, the listener. But listen carefully, guilt often appears when growth threatens old roles. Don't scroll. You are not abandoning love, you are redefining how love is experienced in your life. Your heart needs this right now because love that costs you your peace is not sustainable. Listen to this. The universe has been rearranging your inner world slowly, so slowly that you almost missed it. You stopped oversharing. You started choosing silence over explanation. You felt less reactive. You questioned patterns instead of defending them. Don't scroll. These are not signs of distance, they are signs of wisdom. Your heart needs this right now because wisdom often feels lonely before it feels empowering. Listen to this. Angel numbers have continued to follow you, not to confuse you, but to anchor you. 1111 appearing when you reflect on the past, reminding you that awakening means you no longer romanticize what no longer fits. 222 showing up when you feel torn, reminding you that balance requires mutual respect. 33 appearing when emotions swell, reminding you to choose compassion without self-sacrifice. 44 appearing when you doubt yourself, reminding you that you are divinely protected as you choose peace. Don't scroll. These numbers are not asking you to cut anyone off, they are asking you to choose yourself first. Your heart needs this right now because self-choice is not selfish, it is necessary. Listen to this. This realization may also bring grief, and that grief deserves space. Grief for the version of closeness you thought would last. Grief for shared dreams that quietly shifted. Grief for the innocence of believing love alone could keep everything aligned. Don't scroll. Grief does not mean you are going backward, it means you are integrating truth. Your heart needs this right now because integration is how lessons turn into peace instead of pain. Listen to this. You are not required to explain your growth to anyone who benefits from you staying the same. Read that again slowly. Don't scroll. Explanation is often demanded by those who feel threatened by change. Your heart needs this right now because your evolution does not need permission. Listen to this. As your awareness sharpens, you may notice that you no longer feel pulled to defend yourself, to over-justify your choices, or to maintain emotional harmony at your own expense. That is not coldness. That is self-respect stabilizing. Don't scroll. Self-respect feels quiet, firm, and calm. Your heart needs this right now because calm is your new baseline. Listen to this. You may also notice that your intuition is becoming faster and clearer. You sense tension before it becomes conflict. You feel misalignment before it becomes pain. You recognize when something is off without needing proof. Don't scroll. That clarity is the gift of awakening. Your heart needs this right now because intuition is strongest when you stop ignoring it. Listen to this. This shift does not mean you must end relationships dramatically. Sometimes the most powerful boundary is internal. Less access. Less emotional labor. Less expectation. More observation. Don't scroll. Observation protects your energy while truth reveals itself naturally. Your heart needs this right now because forcing clarity often creates resistance, but allowing clarity creates peace. Listen to this. You are being guided into relationships, family, friends, soul connections that feel safe, supportive, and genuinely happy for your growth. Some of those relationships will surprise you. Some will come quietly. Some will feel familiar in a way that doesn't drain you. Don't scroll. Alignment always feels easier than attachment. Your heart needs this right now because ease is not laziness, it is compatibility. Listen to this. The universe is also preparing you for deeper soulmate-level connections, whether romantic or platonic, that honor your boundaries without you having to fight for them. These connections will not compete with your light, they will celebrate it. Don't scroll. Celebration feels different from tolerance. Your heart needs this right now because you deserve celebration. Listen to this. As this part continues, remember this truth: you are not becoming distant, you are becoming discerning. You are not losing love, you are learning how love should feel. You are not breaking bonds, you are releasing roles that no longer serve your soul. Don't scroll. Release creates room. Your heart needs this right now because what is coming next requires space. Listen to this. The universe is not rushing you. It is walking with you, step by step, through this awakening so it feels safe instead of shocking. You are allowed to move slowly. You are allowed to process quietly. You are allowed to choose peace without explanation. Don't scroll. Permission has already been granted. Your heart needs this right now because you are finally listening to yourself. Listen to this. As this part ends, hold this gently. The truth you are seeing now is not meant to isolate you, it is meant to align you. And alignment always leads you closer to the people, places, and love that truly recognize you. Stay here. The story is still unfolding, and what comes next will bring clarity, relief, and a deep sense of spiritual peace you've been craving without knowing why. Don't scroll, listen to this, because if you have stayed until now, this message is for you, and your heart needs this right now at a depth that words usually can't reach, because this part is where the confusion finally loosens its grip and meaning begins to settle into your spirit like calm after a long storm. Listen to this carefully. After awareness comes acceptance, and acceptance is the most difficult stage of awakening, because it asks you to stop fighting reality and stop negotiating with what your soul already knows. Don't scroll. You have been standing in between two versions of yourself, the one who held on out of love, loyalty, and history, and the one who is ready to live with clarity, peace, and emotional safety. Your heart needs this right now because choosing between those two versions has been quietly exhausting you. Listen to this. Acceptance does not mean agreement with everything that happened, it means understanding that some roles were temporary, even when they felt permanent. You were never meant to stay the same forever, and neither were the people around you. Don't scroll. Growth always rearranges relationships before it rearranges circumstances. Your heart needs this right now because you've been feeling that rearrangement internally, less tolerance for subtle negativity, less patience for emotional imbalance, less willingness to carry energy that isn't yours. Listen to this. This is not you becoming distant, this is you becoming clear. And clarity is uncomfortable only when you are used to confusion. Don't scroll. Confusion keeps attachment alive, clarity sets you free. Your heart needs this right now because freedom is what your soul has been moving toward all along. Listen to this. There is something deeply spiritual happening beneath the surface that you may not have words for yet. You are shedding an old identity, the one that believed love meant self-sacrifice, that peace came from silence, that harmony required you to shrink. Don't scroll. That identity served you once, but it cannot walk with you into the next chapter. Your heart needs this right now because your next chapter requires self-respect, not self-erasure. Listen to this. You may notice that you no longer feel the urge to fix, rescue, or explain yourself. You no longer feel responsible for managing other people's emotions. You no longer feel compelled to justify your boundaries. Don't scroll. This is emotional maturity anchoring itself in your nervous system. Your heart needs this right now because maturity brings stability, and stability brings peace. Listen to this. The universe has been gently shifting your attention away from old dynamics and toward your inner world. More time alone. More reflection. More awareness of what drains you versus what restores you. Don't scroll. Solitude during awakening is not loneliness, it is recalibration. Your heart needs this right now because recalibration ensures you don't repeat the same patterns in new forms. Listen to this. You might still feel moments of sadness or nostalgia, and that does not mean you are meant to go back. It means you are honoring what was real without letting it define what will be. Don't scroll. Honoring the past does not require living in it. Your heart needs this right now because living forward is how healing completes. Listen to this. Angel numbers have continued to appear not as warnings now, but as reassurance. 1111 when you feel uncertain, reminding you that you are aligned with truth. 222 when balance feels fragile, reminding you that harmony comes from mutual effort. 333 when emotions swell, reminding you to listen inward instead of reacting outward. 444 when doubt creeps in, reminding you that protection surrounds you as you choose yourself. Don't scroll. These signs are affirmations that you are not walking alone through this shift. Your heart needs this right now because reassurance strengthens resolve. Listen to this. There is also a deeper realization forming within you. You cannot save relationships that require you to silence yourself. Love that demands self-neglect is not love, it is attachment disguised as loyalty. Don't scroll. Attachment fades when truth arrives. Your heart needs this right now because truth dissolves illusions gently but permanently. Listen to this. You are also beginning to understand that not everyone who feels close to you truly sees you. Some people are comfortable with the version of you that stayed quiet, accommodating, and emotionally available at all times. When you grow beyond that version, discomfort arises, not because you changed for the worse, but because the dynamic did. Don't scroll. Dynamics change when growth happens unevenly. Your heart needs this right now because uneven growth requires boundaries, not explanations. Listen to this. You are being invited to trust your discernment more than external validation. To trust how your body reacts, how your energy shifts, how your peace responds. Don't scroll. Discernment is the compass of awakened souls. Your heart needs this right now because you've been relying on logic where intuition was already clear. Listen to this. The universe is also preparing you for new connections that feel different, not intense in a chaotic way, but deep in a grounding way. These connections will not require you to perform, impress, or diminish yourself. Don't scroll. Authenticity will feel safe again. Your heart needs this right now because safety allows joy to expand. Listen to this. You are not losing anyone who is meant to walk with you into the future. Anyone who drifts naturally during this phase was aligned with who you were, not who you are becoming. Don't scroll. Becoming always filters. Your heart needs this right now because filtering creates clarity. Listen to this. The reason this realization feels heavy at times is because you are releasing emotional contracts you didn't know you signed, contracts to stay, to endure, to prioritize others over yourself. Don't scroll. Those contracts expire when awareness arrives. Your heart needs this right now because expiration brings relief. Listen to this. You may feel moments of peace followed by moments of doubt. That is normal. Growth is not linear. But notice this, even in doubt, you no longer feel lost. Don't scroll. Not feeling lost is progress. Your heart needs this right now because orientation replaces anxiety. Listen to this. You are being guided to trust that clarity does not require confrontation. Sometimes the most powerful shift happens internally, without announcements, without drama, without explanations. Don't scroll. Quiet shifts last longer. Your heart needs this right now because durability matters more than intensity. Listen to this. As this part unfolds, understand this one truth deeply: you are not separating from love, you are separating from roles that no longer honor your soul. Love remains. Growth continues. Peace expands. Don't scroll. This story is not about division. It is about alignment. Your heart needs this right now because alignment is the destination. Listen to this. Stay present. What comes next will feel lighter, clearer, and more grounded, because once acceptance settles, the universe begins to reward courage with calm. Don't scroll, listen to this, because if you are still here, this message is for you, and your heart needs this right now in a way that is quiet but profound, because this part is where understanding becomes embodiment, where truth moves out of your mind and settles into your bones, and where the universe asks you to live what you already know. Listen to this carefully. After awareness and acceptance comes discernment, and discernment is the phase where you stop asking, "Why does this feel off?" and start honoring the answer without needing proof, permission, or validation. Don't scroll. You have crossed into a space where your intuition is no longer a suggestion, it is a directive. Your heart needs this right now because you have spent so long second-guessing your inner knowing that trusting it feels unfamiliar, almost risky, but this is the exact moment when trust becomes the bridge to peace. Listen to this. You are beginning to recognize patterns not just in others, but in yourself. The way you soften your needs, the way you explain away discomfort, the way you carry emotional weight silently to keep relationships intact. Don't scroll. Recognition is not self-criticism, it is self-respect waking up. Your heart needs this right now because respect for yourself is what changes the energy of every connection you touch. Listen to this. There is a sacred shift happening in how you relate to closeness. You are no longer chasing intimacy that requires you to abandon yourself. You are no longer confusing proximity with safety. You are no longer mistaking shared history for shared alignment. Don't scroll. These distinctions matter now because your soul is preparing you for relationships that meet you in truth, not habit. Your heart needs this right now because habit keeps you looping, while truth moves you forward. Listen to this. You may feel moments of sadness as you notice the emotional distance growing, not because love disappeared, but because illusion dissolved. And that sadness is gentle, not sharp, because it is paired with relief. Don't scroll. Relief is the sign that alignment is taking place. Your heart needs this right now because alignment soothes the nervous system after long periods of emotional vigilance. Listen to this. The universe has been teaching you how to hold compassion without self-sacrifice. You can care without carrying. You can love without overfunctioning. You can be kind without staying silent. Don't scroll. This is emotional maturity integrating itself into your daily life. Your heart needs this right now because maturity protects your future experiences. Listen to this. As discernment grows, you may notice that you no longer feel the urge to explain your boundaries. You simply feel them. You honor them quietly. You step back when something feels heavy. You lean in when something feels light. Don't scroll. This is not avoidance, this is attunement. Your heart needs this right now because attunement aligns you with peace instead of chaos. Listen to this. The universe often removes emotional urgency before it removes people. That way, when separation happens, if it needs to happen, it happens gently, without shock. Don't scroll. You are being given grace through gradual detachment. Your heart needs this right now because grace prevents resentment. Listen to this. You are also beginning to understand that roles people played in your life were never meant to define them forever. Some roles expire when growth happens. Some closeness transforms into distance not because of conflict, but because of divergence. Don't scroll. Divergence is not betrayal, it is evolution. Your heart needs this right now because evolution asks you to release old expectations. Listen to this. Angel numbers continue to appear, but now their tone feels calmer, less urgent. 11. 11 now feels like affirmation instead of alarm. 222 feels like grounding instead of tension. 333 feels like encouragement to trust your inner voice. 444 feels like reassurance that you are protected as you choose differently. Don't scroll. The shift in how these signs feel tells you that you are integrating the lesson, not resisting it. Your heart needs this right now because integration brings stability. Listen to this. You may notice that your reactions have changed. Things that once triggered you now pass more quickly. Conversations that once drained you now feel neutral. Silence no longer feels threatening. Don't scroll. These are signs that your emotional center is recalibrating to peace. Your heart needs this right now because peace is not passive, it is powerful. Listen to this. You are also learning that not every truth needs to be spoken to be honored. Sometimes truth lives in how you move, what you allow, and where you place your energy. Don't scroll. Energy placement is communication at the soul level. Your heart needs this right now because you are becoming fluent in that language. Listen to this. The universe is gently inviting you to trust that what is meant to walk with you will adjust naturally to your growth. You do not need to force alignment. You do not need to negotiate respect. You do not need to dim your awareness to maintain connection. Don't scroll. What aligns will rise to meet you. Your heart needs this right now because trust replaces control. Listen to this. There is also a subtle empowerment happening. You are no longer waiting for external validation to confirm what you feel. You believe yourself now. And belief in self is the turning point of every awakening. Don't scroll. Once you believe yourself, cycles lose their grip. Your heart needs this right now because believing yourself restores your authority over your life. Listen to this. You may feel moments of nostalgia, but notice how they no longer pull you backward. They arrive, they soften you, and then they pass. Don't scroll. Passing emotions mean healing is underway. Your heart needs this right now because healing does not erase memory, it changes attachment. Listen to this. You are also preparing, energetically, for new soul-aligned connections that will feel surprisingly simple. These connections will not require deciphering. They will not leave you guessing. They will feel like mutual presence, not emotional labor. Don't scroll. Simplicity is the reward for doing deep inner work. Your heart needs this right now because ease is not boring, it is sustainable. Listen to this. As discernment settles fully, you will find yourself choosing environments, conversations, and relationships that nourish rather than drain. This is not isolation, this is refinement. Don't scroll. Refinement elevates experience. Your heart needs this right now because elevated experience is what you have been preparing for. Listen to this. You are not being asked to cut ties abruptly, confront harshly, or make dramatic declarations. You are being asked to live from truth consistently. Don't scroll. Consistency changes everything. Your heart needs this right now because consistency is what builds peace over time. Listen to this. As this part comes to a close, hold this understanding gently. You are no longer confused because confusion belonged to an earlier stage of growth. What you are feeling now is clarity learning how to be lived. Don't scroll. Living clarity is the final initiation before peace becomes permanent. Stay here. The story is still unfolding, and what comes next will feel grounded, reassuring, and unmistakably aligned with who you are now.